The ambassador to Germany just revealed Trump's evil plan to empower European fascists. Anyone who thought that President Trump would be content with transforming America into an authoritarian, neo-fascist state will be horrified to learn that he is also attempting to mold the governments of our nominal allies in Europe as well. That's the clear message telegraphed in a recent interview with the U.S. ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell, on the right-wing propaganda outlet, Breitbart. Unlike the majority of Americans who regard the rise of ultra-nationalist populist political parties as a dangerous return to the fascist policies of Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler, Italy under Mussolini, and Spain under Franco, Grenell has expressed great excitement over the wave of conservatism in Europe, saying he wants to empower leaders of the movement, according to Breitbart. There are a lot of conservatives throughout Europe who have contacted me to say they are feeling there is a resurgence going on. I absolutely want to empower other conservatives throughout Europe, other leaders. I think there is a groundswell of conservative policies that are taking hold because of the failed policies of the left, he added. There's no question about that, and it's an exciting time for me. I look across the landscape and we've got a lot of work to do, but I think the election of Donald Trump has empowered individuals and people to say that they can't just allow the political class to determine before an election takes place, who's going to win and who should run. Make no mistake about what the so-called conservative policies that Grenell is actively supporting for Germany and other EU countries consist of. It's a similar set of fear-based objectives that Trump has used to polarize America in a way that falls right into the hands of an opportunistic Vladimir Putin, who sees politically divided electorates in both the US and the EU as facilitating the path to Russian growth and dominance. By conservatives, Trump really means similar-minded white nationalist and fascistic far-right extremist movements that are on the rise in Europe. Groups like France's Front National, Greece's openly neo-Nazi Golden Dawn, Bulgaria's Ataka and Hungary's Jobbik parties are using Trump-style faux populism and anti-immigrant xenophobia to great effect. Ambassador Grenell uses the same strategy that Trump employed in his successful hijacking of the compliant Republican Party and, eventually, the federal government, attack the political class and the media and paint them as the enemy of the average person. That's a very powerful moment when you can grasp the ability to see past the groupthink of a very small elitist crowd telling you you have no chance to win or you'll never win, or they mock you early on, he told Breitbart. The leaders that Grenell wants to empower include candidates that can articulate consistent conservative policies on migration, tax cuts, and cutting red tape and bureaucracy, saying that support is massive from Europe's silent majority, to steal a term used by Richard Nixon in his own divisive campaign in the 1960s. Tom Wright, a senior fellow at the nonpartisan think tank the Brookings Institution, saw Grenell's Breitbart interview and pointed out the contradiction between the ambassador's comments and the declared policy of the State Department for which Grenell works. Such is the state of affairs under the Trump regime, where international political neutrality is now as decimated as net neutrality has been, marching onward towards the apocalypse of human rights.